Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. The new season of Go Battle League has started today. I guess it would be the next day as I'm making this video, but I'm recording this pretty late on the 1st of September, and I'm very excited to showcase these battles using a relatively unorthodox team. Kind of weird, has a few core breakers, but we're showcasing Steelix and seeing how good the new Psychic Fangs Steelix is in the Great League. I'm running it with Crunch instead of Earthquake. The PvP simulations on paper that says Earthquake is recommended, but then you look into the deeper sims and Crunch picks up like 12 matchups compared to Earthquake, so you can run it with either. I think Psychic Fangs is needed. Crunch is a nice coverage move, but I don't think it really matters if you're on Earthquake or not. Just with the Dragon Tail, it's kind of hard to get to. So let's get into this first match. Jesus. We have Trevenant against Scrafty. I'm running a Trevenant double steel line. Pretty weak to fire, but Steelix can handle a few of the fire types, like Alolan Marowak. And then Registeel is just Registeel. So anyways, to start off this match, we're going to come into a Steelix to catch the second foul play. That way I don't have to expend a second shield, and my opponent's going to bring in the Swampert. And this is pretty bad. We're going to go for a Crunch here. This is going to get a shield, and it's going to drop the defense. That's awesome. And we're probably going to let this Hydro Cannon go. And I think, yeah, they're not going to undercharge. So we're going to have to make a call here. If this is the Sludge Wave or Earthquake or Hydro, and it is Sludge Wave, so I'm very glad that I shielded this. And now we're going to be able to go for the Seed Bomb. And what I'm planning on doing here is throwing one more Shadow Claw and then catching the Sludge Wave on Registeel, but they let it go, so that's fine. And they have Nidoqueen. Okay, so I'm going to bait here. This is a pretty interesting move. Because the Shadow Ball would do a lot, but they still need to throw to take me out, and I still need two moves. So after I throw the Seed Bomb, I'm going to come in here with Registeel, take an Earth Power, and all I'm trying to do here is get to Focus Blast. I get to the Focus Blast before they can get to the second Earth Power, and they are going to have to overfarm here. My opponent farms up, and throws the Earth Power just before I throw the next Focus Blast. They might have been able to throw one more Poison Jab, but we're going to CMP tie, and Trevenant wins the CMP tie, and we're going to take this match as long as they don't catch on Scrafty. They don't catch on Scrafty, and that is going to be a good game. Definitely a game that I shouldn't have won. Got pretty hard countered with the Nidoqueen in the back, but we're going to take that to the bank and hop into the next match. We have a pretty poor lead, Drapion. But if you look in the top right, it's a 13-37 Drapion. We are in the beginning of the season, and they come in with Galarian Rapidash, which does have Fairy Wind, which means they TM'd it in the last 24 hours, which is interesting considering this player doesn't have that good a Pokemon. I don't know if they auto-wrecked or what, but Drapion at 13-37 CP is just not great. So we're going to throw off a couple Zap Cannons. This isn't guaranteed to debuff the attack, and it doesn't. So, the Zap Cannon nerf. I think it's good. I think it needs to be 50%. I still think a 66% chance debuff is just really strong. But, to each his own. They still nerfed it, so I'm not too mad about it. Anyways, we're going to win the 2-0 shield with Registeel, and it's not even close. And they have Swampert in the back. So with the 2 shield advantage, I'm going to come into Trevenant, and they're not even going to be able to do anything with their Drapion because I do have shields. I'm going to throw the Seed Bomb. They don't even catch, so this game is like beyond over. I didn't even have to show them my Steelix. And I'm probably just going to let this go. Come in with Steelix and just destroy them. But they have Fell Stinger, which is interesting, and they just concede the match. Thank you for saving my time. So the first set of battles I played, I went 5-0 today. I didn't even use my third Pokemon in any of the games. All 5 of my battles, I only used 2 Pokemon. And the reason I think that I'm 18-7 today, I tried so hard, so freaking hard, to find an ABB team with Steelix, my first team that I tried was Altaria, G-Fisk, and Steelix, and it was good. It's just pretty weak to Azumarill, and I was seeing a lot of Azumarill, which was weird. And I just don't... High meta, everyone runs Azumarill, so Azumarill's a pretty bad core breaker. You kind of have to safe swap G-Fisk. The next team I tried was Medicham, Registeel, Steelix, and it was good. It just wasn't amazing. I think you could definitely run it, because Medicham being weak to the fairies, weak to the ghosts, but you're going to be pretty weak to... Oh gosh, what is the Medicham Steelix core weak to? I forget. But I don't know. I just didn't like it. And then I tried Trevenant, Double Steel with Registeel, and then I tried a team that I'm going to be showing at the end of the video. If you don't like ABB with Steelix, the team that I have in the back, it has Steelix on it, and it's so solid. So if you want to run not an ABB, if you want to run a balanced team, stay till the end. The very last battle, I'll be showcasing a pretty awesome battle where I ran a balanced team. I switched out Registeel, kept Trevenant on the team, so we have Trevenant, Steelix, and then something else in the back. Spoiler, it's a pretty good closer. So, anyways, we win this match pretty convincingly. Not much I needed to really narrate over, as we're going to get into the next match. So I think we're starting off 3-0, maybe 4-0? I think 3-0 though. And we have a Magneton lead, which is very interesting. Magneton, a pretty spicy pick, and they come in with Metal Claw, Galarian Stunfisk. I think the Magneton had Spark, so they're just running all sorts of weird moves, as they're already double weak to fighting. So I'm going to stay in with Trevenant. I'm going to shield up the Rock Slide since they already shielded a Shadow Ball. And I'm going to throw another one after farming up a little bit. I don't really know Metal Claw counts, but I just throw the Shadow Ball here and they let it go. So I'm going to switch into one of my steals. They have Sylveon. And this is game over, because we know they have Magneton in the lead. They shield this move, and for some reason I was thinking they still had a shield. So they come in Magneton and I throw a Zap Cannon. Definitely thinking that they still had a shield. So this is not going to kill him, but it's actually going to do a lot. So at this point I think I try and lock on down, but I actually get scared, throw a Focus Blast, and it ends up being a CMP. So kind of stupid. I live the discharge, but this is actually not the best for me, as I get a notification that my Texas Rangers lost again, because we suck, and we're going through a midlife crisis. We suck at baseball, and we fired our coach and our GM. We really need to do something this offseason. Get Shohei, get Jacob deGrom, something like that. For any baseball fans, you might appreciate that a little bit. But yeah, I'm a Texas Rangers fan, born and raised in Dallas area, and I've actually went to a game like a week ago where we played the Tigers and lost 10-1. So yeah, pretty fair weather baseball fan, but I do only root for the Rangers. So we're gonna take this game. So starting off 4-0, and this I think is the last match of the first set. We have Altaria lead. Toxicroak switch. This is bad. This is really bad. I'm going to let this Mud Bomb go through, and I'm going to get to the Zap Cannon. And let's see if the opponent decides to shield. We get a nice shield advantage, but they let it go. And since I have lock on, they're going to be able to counter me down. This is so bad. I'm going to wait a little bit of my switch clock. I probably could have waited more, but they're going to throw Mud Bomb because I was counting and they didn't have Sludge Bomb. But at this point, this allows me to get to a Shadow Ball comfortably against the Altaria. I actually get to outpace it. And then at this point, I'm just hoping that since I got the Toxicroak out of the game, that I have something favorable in the back that Steelix can take care of. With Psychic Fangs and Crunch, we have pretty good coverage, and they have a Registeel. So we're double hard countered in the back with Steelix. I've learned playing like 2 or 3 sets with Steelix. Actually, maybe all 5 sets. Maybe I went 18-7 with Steelix. I actually think every battle I played today was with Steelix. But learning from my matches today, I think that Steelix is actually a really good lead. Because I saw a lot of Altaria lead. So many Altaria leads. And I just think that Steelix is just such a hard wall with Dragon Tail that you honestly might want to run it in the lead with some pretty good coverage in the back. Like, maybe you can run Steelix lead with Metacham in the back. Maybe with... maybe Machamp in the back? Maybe a Nidoqueen in the back? Not entirely sure. But this match is crazy, and I'm so upset. I totally forgot to commentate over it. I was losing that match so hard. I switched into my Trevenant, and they give me farm. They give me farm. They switch into Altaria, they let me farm it down, and they give me enough energy for 2 C-Bombs. I'm going to take this game. I'm going to take this game. Altaria, Toxicroak, Registeel against Trevenant double steal. And I take the game. I should not have won that. 10 out of 10 games in a row, I shouldn't be winning that. But my opponent choked so hard, and hey, everyone has those days. And I'm not blaming him. We all make mistakes, but yeah, just one of those unfortunate circumstances where I'm actually able to take the match when I absolutely didn't deserve it at all. So, 5-0 in the first set. Pretty awesome. And we're going to get into the next set here. I think I forgot to show my set rewards. You can look at the timestamps at the top left. I have my timer where I'm actually recording my battles in the top left, so I can actually see when my games were. These are all in order. Starting set 2, I lose switch so I can get an energy advantage, and the Stunfisk gets to a Rock Slide with literally 1 HP left. And now they have a Araquanid. This is pretty good for Steelix. But as you see, I go for Psychic Fangs, and I'm thinking here, I'm like, okay, this is a Poison Fang equivalent. If I had Poison Fang Crunch, I'd probably be going straight Poison Fang. Crunch does more damage, doesn't have the guaranteed debuff chance, but I shield the first Bubble Beam because I feel like Altaria is not getting to 2 moves. It's never getting to 2 moves, right? So what I'm going to do is shield up a Bubble Beam, which I think is stupid in hindsight, but I'm going to be able to throw Psychic Fangs here, probably get a shield, maybe. And at this point, I think I'm going to just tank a Bubble Beam and farm down. At this point, I have a lot of energy to throw against the Altaria. And I think what I might have wanted to do was farm it all the way down. I wouldn't get hit by a move, and then just start throwing my Psychic Fangs into Altaria, and then come into Trevenant, bait, and then throw a Shadow Ball. But what I'm going to do is come into Trevenant first, bait, and then throw a Shadow Ball, and I think I should be okay anyway. So I bait, I throw the Shadow Ball. If this gets the second shield, I think I have 2 moves to threaten the Altaria with, but they have a shield. So they let it go, and at this point I just have to farm down. And I'm getting really low here. I'm in the red, and they have a move. At this point, I was so mad at myself. I barely live. I don't get to the next Dragon Tail, and I'm actually going to lose this match. I didn't think for a second I was going to be losing that match at all, but it is what it is, and yeah, you can't win them all. So let's get into the next match in the set. We have a Trevenant lead against... Wow! Would you look at that? Altaria Simulator. I should have ran Azu lead, or Steelix lead. I actually probably would have gone like 22-3 if I just ran Steelix lead. But it is what it is. We had like maybe 1 Swampert lead. So we're going to have a Nidoqueen safe switch, which is pretty bad because they get to 2 Earth Powers. I think they actually No, they didn't undercharge this Earth Power. But I actually get to the second Focus Blast here. So I think I can win the ones. They're actually going to shield this. And now what I do, I try and get to another Focus Blast. If they Poison Fang, I think I might be able to get to another Focus Blast. And I do, barely. 1 more lock on and I would have been dead. And at this point I have the 2 shield advantage. Looking pretty good. Gonna tank a move from Nidoqueen. And I'm gonna switch to try and farm up a little bit, and they do have Swampert in the back. Having a 2 shield advantage, not looking horrible. I'm hoping to come out with energy to threaten the Nidoqueen. What I should have probably done here is thrown the Psychic Fangs first, because I just need a Psychic Fangs and a Crunch to KO, and I think with the Dragon Tail damage I might have only needed 2 Psychic Fangs. What I'm gonna do here, take a move. I don't even bother with them getting to a 3rd Surf. I wasn't counting energy, which is pretty stupid on my part, and I have no energy anymore. And this Nidoqueen somehow 3 poison jabs away from an Earth Power. I don't understand this, because I feel like they were just energy dry. They just threw at me, and at this point I'm just screwed, right? Like, Shadow Ball is not going to kill this Altaria. Nidoqueen has health still. I don't even think I have a move. I think I'm still 1 Dragon Tail away from a Psychic Fangs, and I don't even think his Psychic Fangs kills from here. So another battle where I just totally choked. And we're gonna lose another game. So, finally, this is the last match. What is the 3rd Pokemon that you could run to make this a balanced team? Swampert! Swampert! And we start off with some good old lag. So Sableye already is like 2 turns ahead. So I don't think I'm gonna win the ones anymore. Usually if you bait and then throw a Shadow Ball, you win CMP, and then you can win the ones. But no! They have so much energy now. And so I'm going to try and CMP tie to the 2nd Seed Bomb. They throw extra. And we're just looking so bad here. So they're going to let the Seed Bomb go. 1 shield to 1 shield. I'm going to come in with the Steelix, and they're going to throw a Foul Play here. And they're probably going to get to a 2nd Foul Play. But no! They return! Which is so weird. And then they come in with Medicham. I'm going to Psychic Fangs here. I just don't like taking the 33% chance that the Crunch debuffs. I actually probably should have thrown the Crunch here, but I was afraid that they were going to throw an Ice Punch or a Power Up Punch. They actually look like they're going for the farm down here. So, going to get another Psychic Fangs off, drop their defense, and then at this point I'm going to come in with Trevenant. And I'm going to make a business decision here. I'm going to expend my last shield. Really the only win con here is if there's like a Bastiodon in the back. And that's actually what I was thinking they had. Because they have Sableye and Medicham. It's like Bastiodon core in the back, right? I'm going to farm down this Medicham, which is awesome. And what do they have? Do they have that Bastiodon? No, they have a Talonflame, which is just as good. I think a Hydro Cannon would KO from full health even. We do have a little bit of Mud Shot damage to start, and we get to the 2nd Hydro Cannon. This is awesome. So we got the shield, we take them out, and they are going to come in with the Sableye, and they were energy dry from throwing the return. We're going to be able to counter them down, and we're going to win that match. I did play another battle with the Swampert team, and I absolutely hard countered my opponent, so I'm not going to be adding that one in the video. It was a super easy win. I didn't have to think even a little bit. But that's the last set. Those were my 4th and 5th sets, so that was probably my toughest competition, even though still played like a team where the Galarian Rapidash, like, you just couldn't do anything there. So, but I hope you guys are having fun this season. I'm going to be making more videos with new movesets for Pokemon, so definitely stay tuned. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!